This is Kalani. Kalani was one of our favorite dogs in the whole world. I referred to Kalani as a big teddy bear because he really was. He was the sweetest dog ever. He is also one of those dogs who had more energy than you knew what to deal with. Example, he went like snow day. I remember this. He pulled both boys around on a sled for 45 minutes to an hour. And I do remember some really good hills in the process. They come home, the boys had a blast, right? Their dog pulling them on a sled. And Kalani came home and decided to run around the backyard for probably another hour. He was just so excited. So Kalani was, I don't know, 80 plus pounds, okay? And I remember when I used to take him out for a walk, initially he would walk me. And one day my neighbor opens up his front door. He says, "Carrie?" I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "Get in here right now." And so I'm like, okay. So he taught me how to walk Kalani so that Kalani wouldn't walk me. I loved that dog. So one day we're sitting out front and my husband's out of town. So I'm home alone kind of thing with the dog. I'm out gardening and Kalani's sitting on the front lawn. Well, Kalani used to love to play, and one of his favorite play times was chasing rabbits. And there was a rabbit running across the yard, across the street. So Kalani takes off across the street, and the rabbit went under the fence into our neighbor's backyard. Kalani thought it went up the downspout. The downspout was metal and Kalani was in hunter mode. So he just started tearing into this metal downspout and in the process ripped up his mouth pretty good. I mean, all this happened so fast. I'm running across the street and I'm trying to pull Kalani back. Kalani's still in hunter mode. And I finally get him pulled away from the downspout, but I will tell you, there was a lot of blood and I'm thinking, oh my gosh. So Casey's out of town and I go get another neighbor and we stuck Kalani in the back of his pickup. We took him, this is on a Sunday afternoon, so we take him to the emergency vet and we walk in there and Kalani's just dripping blood all across the floor. And I'm like, "I'll clean it up. I'm sorry." And so they take him back and he's in there. They had to put him under anesthesia and they had to stitch him up. And he was in there for quite a few hours because then they had to wait for the anesthesia to wear off. And I remember going, while he was in getting the surgery, I went home. So our neighbor Roy took me home so I could get my own car to go back and get Kalani. But while I was home, I went over to the other neighbor's house and I was trying to clean up all of the blood. And I had to go to Home Depot and replace the downspout, like all this craziness. Okay. My neighbor was gone and not home. And so I'm like, "I promise if you come home to this scene, I will take care of it." And when I finally got home that night with Kalani, I remember sitting there with him and he was sleeping next to me. And I just looked at him. I said, "Kalani, is this really what it takes to get you to sit still?" Oh boy, he was such a sweetheart. Everyone loved Kalani. He would also jump over